Polite inquiries, India-England at Chennai again, day one.
Quite a lot of turn here for a day one, polite inquiries.
Caleb Todd to kick us off. Roothit Sharma.
Nice. I see what he's done there. I thought it was a magnificent innings. I mean, you take that innings out of the day and England are on top. I thought he looked magnificent. He is a very, very good player. I fear we've already seen this match's defining innings.
Shishir Goswami with one on Rohit as well. Is Rohit almost Bradmanesque in the subcontinent? He's getting there. He averages, 83 or 84? Maybe more now after this innings in the subcontinent? In India. Hold on. In India. Not in the subcontinent. In India.
I think all his test centuries have been in India, haven't they? Yep. Look, I thought he played well in Australia. The question will always be against the moving ball, the laterally moving ball, particularly seam and swing. But let's focus on what he can do. There were also all those hundreds against the white ball, which he did in England in the World Cup. He is an incredibly destructive player.
Brando, what's going on with the third umpire today? Sleepy or tired? 4 decisions back to back.
It was awful. But it might be unfair to blame the TV umpire on his own. Rahane at short leg should have been given out. I don't think many people would disagree with that. We don't know whether the on-field umpire was telling him to check the right moment of play.
Yeah.
But I did think that after the England team went to the on-field umpire and said, no, we're not. It's not the play and miss. It's the ball bouncing off the glove afters. And that conversation clearly happened on the pitch. And then they showed the LBW call. To be honest, I laughed out loud. And earlier, I think we saw a bit of a failure from the broadcasters. To be honest, I've no idea whether Rohit should have been out-stumped. I thought it looked very, very close. And it was odd how quickly they seemed to skip over the decision. And it was odd there was no reverse angle. If I'd been umpire on the footage I saw, I think I'd have given him not out, if I'm honest.
Abhijato Sen Sharma. Did Moeen just take the wicket of the series? And there's one from Jitain as well. Is this going to be the new norm? Wait for the umpire to put his finger up when you get bowled.
You see, that's not a great look either, is it? If you're an umpire and you call for a review when someone's clean bowled.
The minute Virat Kohli stands his ground and does that in India, or anywhere actually, he just looks at you like, no. You just want to make sure, you want to make absolutely sure, even the slightest chance of you getting that wrong. And you're like, what's the harm, right? He's going to be out anyway. If anything, Virat's going to look sillier than we are. So let's just have a look at it.
I think that's a fair conclusion, actually, yeah.
Rhys Benjamin. How close is Dom Bess and to a lesser extent Amar Virdi to spontaneously combusting with outrage?
Now, come on now, Rhys. They're not immediately better players because they're the ones who aren't playing. Who are you saying should have been playing? One of those off-spinners should have been playing ahead of Moeen. I mean, Bess did bowl 19 full tosses, wasn't it? Yeah. And I think that from what Jeetan Patel said yesterday, there was a sense that he was being taken out of the firing line for his own good. That, the pressures of being in the bubble, of trying to prove himself all the time, of playing to absolutely the top of his ability, was just beginning to grind him down a bit, and that he just needed some time to decompress, or whatever the right word is.
Bernard Walsh. Wasn't it wonderful to see a proper keeper behind the stumps for England? Ben Foakes is so good. He made keeping on a raging turner look at doddle.
I think he's a genius. All I would say is that I think Josh Buttler has had a really good winter. I think he's done everything that could possibly reasonably have been asked of him. I thought Ben Foakes was under a bit of pressure because everyone's been talking about, he's amazing, and he hasn't had a chance to play, and he's come in and he's made very, very difficult conditions look quite straightforward. He's brilliant. I thought there was so much to enjoy in today's play. I mean, if you didn't enjoy today, I'm not sure cricket's your game.
Ash Mehta, what's wrong with Kohli? His last 100 came in August 2019.
How many games has he played since then? 4 or 5? He's human. If he were a share, you'd buy him now, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
if people are doubting him.
You would.
He's going to get a lot more runs.
Ankit Daga, to me it seems like 150 is a par score on this pitch. Have I lost it?
Might be a par 4th innings score. I was wondering all day, what is a par score on this? And I couldn't work it out. I figured it started with a 3. In the second session, I thought it looked pretty straightforward when the ball maybe was a little bit less hard. I think that India are on top and you would expect batting to get a lot more difficult. But if England could wrap it up again in the morning quite quickly for less than 350, got a chance, You'd much rather be in India's position.
Thanks for for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.